fear. There is a lot of fear right now. And as a person who has secretly struggled with fear for most of his life, I would like to tell you that it's okay to be afraid. In response to the perception of danger, it's natural and normal to feel fear. It's said that fear is irrational. Well, that makes sense because fear actually is something that starts in the non-thinking part of your brain, and it elicits a reaction from your body to respond quickly to danger. Now, the typical responses we know are fight or flight. Now, there are actually two others, which I also refer to freeze and fawn, but we'll talk about those later. Fear is filtered through our understanding. So basically, when your body responds to danger and this feeling comes up, our mind, the thinking part of our brain, says, what is this feeling and where does it come from? And in our current context, where we're getting so much information from mainstream media and other sources, pandemic, COVID, the economy's crashing, all these different things elicit this response. And we think that we're afraid of those particular things. But we have to ask ourselves, what is it really that we fear? Because, first of all, we have to name our fear in order to understand it. Like, for example, COVID-19. Well, are you afraid of that particular virus? Or are you actually afraid of sickness or being weakened or becoming vulnerable? We talk about the economy crashing. Oh, the economy's coming apart. But are you afraid of the economy coming apart? Probably not. Probably what you're afraid of is your loss of stability, or maybe your inability to provide for your family, or something that would be a result, a personal impact of a failed economy in your life. And if you were to dig a little deeper, what you may find in all of that, which I think is pretty common, is that what we really fear in the midst of this danger is death. We are afraid of dying. And that's natural and normal because all living things want to live more than anything else. And so what we need to do in this situation is to respond to our fear instead of react to it. We need to face it and make choices that bring us to a better resolution. So one of the things that I always suggest whenever I feel fearful, one of the things that helps me is to just literally take a deep breath. You breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. And you do that a few times. And what you'll do is you'll kind of start to calm yourself down and slow yourself down. What you're going to do is you're actually going to start pushing down and suppressing that crazy feeling that's coming up inside of you. And then the next thing, once you get that feeling under control, is you need to make responsible choices. And those responsible choices need to be courageous. In other words, you choose to take control of the things that you are able to actually control. So in this particular context with the COVID virus, what are the things that each one of us can choose to control? Well, we can choose to wash our hands. Make sure you wash them well. Don't forget those thumbs, right? You can practice social distancing. And once you've practiced social distancing, you can go back to taking all those big, deep breaths that you need. We're going to get through this together. It's scary and it's hard. But if we choose to be courageous and work together, we can get through this. And fear is real. It's natural and it's normal. But it doesn't have to control us. We can control it, and we can choose together to get beyond it. I hope that this is helpful to you, and if you have any comments, I look forward to hearing from you. Thank you.